Here we go. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to another one of these Business Bites. I've changed the name of these webinars over the last 12 months, but I thought let's try and keep these webinars nice and short. And welcome to the people who have joined me live. I'd love you to say hello. So today we're going to look at, this is a three-part series. We're going to look at Personal Strength Assessment Part 1. This is going to be a little bit different to probably what you might think personal strength assessment is, or possible personal strength assessment that you've done in the past. What we usually find is that people do personal strength assessments using some sort of tool. You know, they might use a Myers-Briggs, or they might use something like DISC. Now there's another one, I've forgotten the name of it, but there's lots of personality profiles that people use to get their personal strength assessment. The one I'm going to do today is based on a little bit of that, but it's also based more, rather than you relying on an outside tool to give you some ideas about where your strengths and where your weaknesses are. We're going to look at you doing some reflection instead. Okay, so let's get started. So why is it so important that you know what your strengths are? Okay, one of the things that I learned years and years ago was all about doing SWOT analysis, but one of the things that I have to admit that I don't particularly like about SWOT analysis is that it, you know, the other parts of it, which is all about your weaknesses and things like that. So I want to focus on what is your strengths that you can bring to your business, okay? So one of the reasons is because you want to be focusing every day in your business on activities that energize you, okay? You want to be focusing on activities that make you feel good about being in your business, feel good about being involved in that business, and make you want to jump out of bed every morning, okay? We want to focus on things that make you passionate about what you do. One of the biggest reasons why people burn out so quickly when they start their own business isn't so much about the work that they do, but it's whether they enjoy that work or they don't. And that's really, really important. If you do not enjoy what you do, if you wake up in the morning and think, oh, another day at work, you're going to emotionally burn out very quickly, which means that then that impacts your mental state and your physical state as well, okay? When you work at looking at your strengths and what you like to do in your business, it makes it easy to show up. Makes it easy because you're enjoying it. You want to be there, okay? Because you're enjoying the tools that you're doing, you know, you know, what is it that you're doing in that business, rather than doing things and focusing on things that you don't want to be doing, okay? It avoids burnout and fatigue, because that can happen very, very quickly. And like I said before, even if you're doing long hours, if you enjoy what you're doing, although, you know, you've got to have self-care, if you don't enjoy it emotionally, physically, mentally, you burn out a lot quicker, okay? So let's have a look at your business strengths. This is going to be all about you understanding yourself and not about looking at something to get some tools, okay? So think about, what are you really good at? Now, when we look at our business, right, we tend, and I say to you, what are we really good at? You start looking at what is it in your business that you're really good. But I want you to think beyond the business here. Because if you're really good at something outside of your business, you will be really good at that inside your business. So what are some of the things that you're really good at? Are you really good at making connections with people? Are you really good at communicating with people? So create a little list. What are you really good at? And again, like I said, for anyone who watches this, who's new to business or is just starting out, have a look at outside the business. What do you do naturally? Are you really good at organising? Are you really good at teaching? What are you really good at? Okay. And the other one is, what part of your business do you enjoy most? The reason why I ask this, and I'd love to hear from the people that are in this webinar this morning, if you'd like to pop down what is it that some of the answers to these questions, I'd love to get some of your answers. Now, usually the things that you enjoy most in your business are the things that you're really good at. They're your strengths. But it's really important. And the reason why I say this is because I always say to my business owners, it's so important, okay, that as business owners, that you learn to do everything in the business first. Very, very, very important. And then once you've done that, you can outsource the things that you don't want to do. Now, why do you need to know how to do everything? Because when you're outsourcing, okay, someone might get sick or someone might leave. And you're going to have to be able to jump in. But it allows you to have a look at what do you really want to really enjoy doing? What do you get up in the morning to do and think, yeah, this is great? Or what do you sit there and think, I really don't want to do this? So before I started my coaching business, I used to bookkeep, and that was one of the things people used to call us up for all the time. People did not like doing their books, so they would outsource. Okay. What aspects of your business gives you a real sense of accomplishment? Again, these are your strengths in your business. Now, the reason why they also are your strengths or become your strengths or are the things that you should do is because if you enjoy something, you do it easier, you do it with more passion, and you show up better. So there might be some things in your business that you do not like to do. It doesn't mean that you're not good at them, okay? So business strengths isn't just about what are you good at. It is also about what do you enjoy doing that you're good at. And the reason why I say that, because you might be really good at something that you do not enjoy doing. And what happens is you don't show up 100%. And being able to identify your business strengths or your strengths in your personality, in your character, involves being able to identify what you like to do as well. Because something that you like to do, something that gives you a sense of accomplishment, you will do at an even greater level. Okay. The next thing I want to have a look at is, what do you offer? Okay, so let's have a look now at the business as you, because people buy from people. This is something I was saying yesterday on a Facebook Live, that even in a product-based business, people buy from people. If you have a look at some of the bigger companies, we always know the people behind them, okay? For instance, we've got KFC, which is Colonel Sanders. We've got McDonald's, which is Ronald McDonald. We've got Apple, which is Bill Gates. So people know the people behind these brands. So what skills do you bring to your business to make it a strength for your business to be able to grow? These are all the sorts of things that you need to ask yourself when you're doing your own personal strengths assessment of yourself and your business. So really, really important that you ask yourself, what skills do I bring to this business? And it could be things like experience, knowledge, empathy. These are just a couple that I've just come up with, okay? So what skills do you bring that then, I often also get people say to me, they don't know what to say on their social media lives and things like that. And I say, talk a little bit about yourself. And they don't say, what do I say about myself? Well, here's some things that you can say, because you, the person who you are in your business, is a strength in itself. So recognizing that and then bringing it out in your brand is really, really important, and allowing people to know, okay, that you have these strengths. Okay. What is the best part of working with you? Again, okay, this is something that you can't get from most assessment tools, but this is something that you can sit and reflect on. And again, this is what you want to be showing people. Your strengths are what you want to show people in your business. This is how you grow it. So what is the best thing about working with you? What do you do when you are having the most fun in your business? Okay. When you're having the most fun in your business, this shows some personality traits. And those personality traits could be why people want to work with you. Like I muck around a lot. Okay. Even sometimes, when I have to get serious, I get serious. But one of the best things about working with me is that I'm pretty lighthearted type of person. And I will, have fun with you, even when we're going through some of the hard stuff. Okay. What's unique about you? We all have something unique about ourselves. So that's one of your strengths. The person who you are, your story would be absolutely unique to you. And that story has created a unique person. And sharing that and allowing people to see that is absolutely a strength in your business. So the next one is one of the strengths. And again, we're looking at you doing an assessment and bringing this out to the market for other people to see. Okay. So this isn't about, as I said before, getting other people to do a personality profile on you and telling you what your strengths are. This is you recognizing your own strengths. Okay. So why should people work with you? This is again another strength. And again, so important for you to bring it out there in your marketing, in what you do in your business, in creating your business. So what's your unique edge? What is it about you that's unique to this market that will allow people to see you as being one of your strengths in this business? Okay, so if I had to say what mine is, I have a combination of, I guess, or I could call it flexibility, where I can sort of mold how I work with people. And, I have got business background for many, many years. I've got a very impressive coaching background now. I train coaches. So I have a real unique edge in this ability to coach other business people because I've already done it in the past before the coaching word was even a buzz. I used to be called a business strategist. I have training. I got a certificate in accounting. I was a bookkeeper. I'm now a coach. I'm actually a trainer. I've run many successful businesses. That's my strength. That is my unique edge, why people would want to work with me. So what is yours? What is your unique edge that people would want to work with you? Because that's a strength. Okay. And sometimes some of these things, we don't look at them as being strengths, but they absolutely are. So how do you stand out in the market? Your unique edge will allow you to stand out in the market and show people who you are compared to everyone else. And this is uniquely you and a strength that no one else can have. There might be similar people, but no one can be you. And that in itself is an absolute strength, 100%. So I'd love you to, while you watch these, this live, this masterclass, wherever you get to watch this, ask yourself these questions, because it's really important. Because sometimes, like I said, when I put together these 3 webinars and I said personal strength assessment, people thought that we were actually going to use a tool. And I said, no, we're not going to use a tool, because I want you to look at you rather than let someone else tell you what they think your strengths are. Okay. So as I said, guys, these are just quick business bites. I don't want these webinars to be too long. They're easy to listen to and watch if we do them quickly. So this is part one. I'd love to hear from anyone what you got out of this. Allow yourself to do some really good reflection on who you are uniquely, the personality strengths that you have. The reason why people will want to work with you are because of those strengths. And you don't need to have strengths like what we think out there. You know, we have certain people tell us out there that this is a socially acceptable way that you have to be. Whatever it is for you, whatever you are, you know, whoever you are is your strength in this business. So create a personal strength assessment. We're going to continue this next week. Ask yourself these questions, allow yourself to reflect on them, and really dig deep to ask yourself, who is it that you are and what do you bring to your business? I really needed that this morning. I'm glad you did, Michelle. Thank you. You have lots of personal strengths, because I think you're an amazing person. So ask yourself, who are you? Because whoever you are and all those amazing traits that you have are your personal strengths. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll see you again next week at 9:30 for part 2 of this series. If you're watching this live in the Facebook group, I'm just about to jump over there now and have a look at if we've got any comments. Thank you again for being here. I'm going to stop.